let's talk about pulling exercises. Still on the upper body. Now we're doing a quick tutorial on pulling exercises. And what we're talking about here, exercises the exact opposite of the pushing exercises we've talked about. So when we're doing push-ups, we're talking about pushing a weight or using our body to push off the ground in this form. Now we're going to be talking about pulling a weight towards us. And that may be horizontally, it may be pulling a weight from above our head like we do lat pull-downs at the gym on the pull-down machine, seated rows. Let's go over some versions that don't require any equipment or very little equipment. We're going to use some dumbbells here, and we're going to use our suspension rack and talk about a couple of things. We're going to start off with my favorite one, which is the TRX here, and we're going to use some TRX rows. I'm going to start off with an easy version of this, which is going to be standing with my feet a little ways away from where the machine is, where the rack is. And all I want to do is from here, nice straight line, shoulders all the way down to my toes, row up, and then back down. You notice, as I do this, body stays in a straight line, and the further that my feet get away from being underneath our attachment point, or the further I get from hanging down under here, the easier these are going to be. The further the strap goes towards parallel, easy. Now, as I move down under here, and I get into this position, and where I'm hanging, and this rope is at vertical, now this is a more difficult exercise. I'm pulling more of my body weight. So this is the advanced version, and it's great for core strength, upper body, everything along the back and the biceps. Really nice exercise. And if you have access to the TRX, it's a great, great thing that you should get in. Jungle Gym, we also have this. These are two brands. There are other brands out there. You can use rings. I've seen people make their own. Has some plastic and some ropes. People that are much handier than I. But we have both versions here. They're both good versions. Just comes down to personal preference. They're both great exercises though. And they're great tools to have in your toolbox. Now, the other thing that we love to do are chin-ups. Chin-ups are a fantastic exercise. People hate them because they're difficult to do. Now, obviously, the standard chin-up is where we're just here, and then we're pulling up and then down. Okay? So it's not a super difficult exercise, but you have to have a lot of upper body strength to do that, and it helps being light like I am. If you're 165 pounds, then this exercise is much easier than if you're 195 pounds, and that 30 pounds you've got to pull makes a big difference. So the TRX, the suspension trainer row, is a great bridge from being here in the starting position, down here in the advanced position, and then it's helping us get stronger, as we move towards getting up above and starting some chin-ups here, which is one of the king of the upper body exercises. If you just have, at home, a set of dumbbells, we can do dumbbell rows, which are also a great exercise. Now again, I'm down here, I've got my hips back, my hips are loaded, got some weight on my hamstrings, my head's up, and I'm just rolling the dumbbells back and down. From here, we pull up, we bring the shoulder blades together in the back, and then down to the starting position. This is another great exercise that we'll do in the middle of one of our boot camp circuits. Excellent thing. The dumbbells are very versatile. You can do a bunch of things with them. If you have these at home, you may not have access to this type of equipment, but a set of dumbbells, you can use these to move. You can move fast with them, and it's a great start to doing some pulling exercises. So there's a bunch of variations here. These are ones we want to work on. We tend to be weak in the pulling stuff and the pulling movements as compared to the pushing movements. So make sure you're putting an emphasis on these and getting these in your exercise program because you're probably missing them right now. I would recommend at least twice a week with this stuff. Once you finish this video series, you're going to see how the whole parts of the puzzle come together, and we'll see what a complete workout looks like. And at that point, you'll be able to tell when you should put these in your workouts and what time, depending on where you are in your program. Thanks again. We'll be back real soon with